So the new topic that we are going to study is factors on which the resistance of a conductor depends. Okay. So we know that current is inversely proportional to resistance, right? When I am increasing the resistance, what will happen to the current? Current will decrease. So in order to find out how the resistance varies in a conductor according to its dimensions. Dimension means length, breadth, height, etc. Right? So area, cross section, etc. So here the dimension that we are taking is length and area of cross section of a conductor. Okay. Then the nature of the material by which the conductor is made up of. These two factors on which the resistance of a conductor depends. So to find out or to understand how this factor depends on resistance, first we need to understand how the electric current varies according to the area of cross section of a conductor, then how the electric current varies according to the length of a conductor. Okay, so if you understood that, if you find out the current variation according to the area and length, we can find out the resistance, just opposite. So first we need to understand, or first we need to find out how the current varies according to the dimension, then just reverse of that means operation of that or just reverse of that relation of current and this dimensions, we will get resistance relation with the length and area of cross section of a conductor. Okay, let's see. First, case 1. Okay, no need to write, just listen. First, case 1. Okay, in this case, I am taking a conductor. So this is a conductor. Okay, this is the area of cross section of the conductor. This is area of cross section, let it be A, and this is the length of the conductor, let it be small letter L. Okay, so in case 1, what I am doing is, first I am increasing the area of cross section without changing the length and the material used. Here if I am using copper, in the second scenario, in this scenario, when I am changing the area, I am using the same material, keeping the length same. Okay, here length is L, but area I made it as double, 2A. In this case, so here what I am doing, I am changing the area of cross section of a conductor. Let's see how the current varies. Here let it be current is I. Then what will be the current I here? Whether it will increase or decrease? How we will find out? See, here current means the unit charges flowing through a particular cross section of a conductor in unit time. That is the amount of current charges flowing in 1 second, or rate of flow of electric charges. Here this cross section is A only. Here the cross section is 2A, just double. So the amount of charges that can flow in the second case, when the area is 2A, through this cross section is more, right? So when I am making the area of cross section 2A from A, the amount of charges flowing through this cross section in unit time, that is in 1 second. In 1 second will be more, right? So if electric charges per unit area in unit time is more, means current is increased. Right? So we can say that when I'm increasing the area of cross section of a conductor, when I'm increasing the area of cross section of a conductor, the amount of current passing through the conductor increases. So in case 1, we can say that current is directly proportional to the area of cross section. This is case 1. Okay. Case 2. So case 1 is clear to all of you? Is it clear to all of you, case 1?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Case 1, I am increasing the area of cross section. Case 2, let's see what I am doing. So initial length is L, area of cross section is A. So what I am doing in case 2 is, I am increasing the length in such a way that the area of cross section is same. There is no change in the area of cross section, and also there is no change in the material used. I am making the length as 2L. So in this case, how the current will vary means just opposite to the case 1. Here the current will decrease. Here current will decrease. How it will decrease? Since the length is increased, so the current to reach this point will take time, right? So the amount of charges passing through a particular cross section will be less than this. Otherwise, you can remember in such a way that first you study how the current varies according to the area of cross section. That is very simple to remember. Okay. This case 1 we can take it as we can compare with a small door and big door. This is big door, this is small door. Through the big door we can pass more amount of charges. So when area of cross section increases, more current. That is very simple. Just opposite to that. So when I increasing the area, current will increase. But when I increasing the length, the current will decrease. So in case 2 we can say that current is inversely proportional to the length of a conductor. Clear? Just opposite to area of cross section. So first you have to study and remember how the current varies according to the area of cross section. Then only you have to come to length. Length, how the current will vary, it will inversely proportional. If I am increasing the area, so current will increase, but when I am increasing the length of a conductor, the current will decrease. Clear case 1 and case 2? Clear to all of you?
Sir.
Okay. Here what we found how the current varies. But what is our topic? We need to find out how the resistance is going to vary according to area of cross section and length of a conductor. Can you find out in case 1 how the resistance will vary according to the area of cross section? Tell me how the resistance will vary in case 1. Tell me. Just opposite to this relation ആയിരിക്കും. How it will vary? Joshua?
Sir, when area increases, resistance decreases.
Decreases. So we can say that resistance is inversely proportional to area of cross section. Okay, so case 2, Anjana, how we can write resistance? First we find out current. So resistance will be increase. So that directly proportional to the length of the conductor.
Okay, sir.
Just opposite to current. So this is directly proportional. Bottom it is inversely proportional. So This is the method. So finally we found how the resistance varies according to the area of cross section and according to the length. Clear? So in the same method you have to study, the same way. In the same way you have to memorize also. Otherwise after the class you will forget. But if you follow this way, you will not forget. After 10 or 15 years also, if somebody asking you, you can answer this question. So again, first for that, what we need to do? We need to first find out how the current varies. First, we need to think how the current varies according to the area of cross section. That's very simple. We can compare with the big door and small door. Okay. Then just opposite to that, current will vary according to the length of the conductor. So after finding out the current, we can find out the resistance, because resistance we know it's just opposite to the current. If current increases, resistance decreases, and if the current resistance increases, current decreases inversely. So from this current, if you found how the current varies, it is very easy to find out how the resistance varies. Clear to all of you?
Yes,
Any
sir.
doubts? Any doubts? If you have any doubts, ask now, because it's very, very, very important topic. You can expect one question, one problem, one numerical from this relation. Okay, so you have to understand this very, very carefully, and you have to memorize also.
I need to break it once more.
Which one? Which one?
This one.
Do I need to explain completely?
In a brief.
Okay. So you see, how we find out? First, we need to find out how the current varies according to the area of cross section. Okay. Then we need to find out how the current varies according to the length. So after finding out the current variation, we can come to the resistance. It's very easy, right, to find out the resistance if we know current. Just opposite to the behavior of current. So for finding out the current, first we need to start with the area of cross section, because in area of cross section we can compare with a small door and big door. This is small door and this is big door. Big door can pass more number of people at a time. Similarly, big area of cross section pass more charges through that cross section. So more current. So when I am increasing the area, more current will pass. Just opposite to that, length relation. If I am increasing the length, less amount of charge. So this current decreases. So case 1, current increases with the area of cross section. Case 2, current inversely proportional decreases with length of the conductor. So if you found the current relation, then it is very easy to find out the resistance, just opposite to that. In the case 1, when I am increasing the area of cross section, resistance decreases, inversely proportional. Case 2, since current decreases with length of the conductor, resistance is just opposite to that. Resistance is directly proportional. Resistance is increases with length of the conductor. Okay, by comparing these two equations or these two relations, we can write R is proportional to L by A. Comparing these two relations of resistance with area of cross section and conductor. So according to this relation, resistance decreases with increasing area of cross section. Okay, this we can change into R is equal to a constant. Proportionality symbols we can change using a constant, rho L by A. Here rho is a constant. That rho we will call it as resistivity of the conductor. Resistivity. Rho is resistivity. Okay. So R is equal to rho L by A. Okay. Clear to all of you? Okay. Do one thing. Draw this diagram first. This is for case 1. Okay. So there is one more case. Now we studied case 1 and case 2. Right? Case 1, how the resistance varies according to the area of cross section. Case 2 is how the resistance varies according to the length of the conductor. Case 3, there is one more case. Case 3, what it is saying? See, without changing the length and area of cross section, I am changing the material itself. In the initial case, this case 1 have a resistance R and I am using a copper cable, Cu. By making a same dimension or with the same dimension, I am making another conductor. Having the same length and same area of cross section. What will be the resistance? This resistance will not equal to this resistance. Both will not equal. There will be a slight difference. Sometimes this resistance will be greater than this. We will take it as R1. So R1 not equal to R2. This will take R2. So R1 will not be equal to R2. Sometimes R1 will be less than R2. Sometimes R2 will be greater than R1. That depends on the nature of the material that we select. Okay. So in case 3, it's saying that the resistance also depends on the nature of the material by which the conductor is made up of. Okay. Clear? So write down this also. A change in ammeter reading is observed. A change in case 3. A change in ammeter reading is observed when a wire of different material of the same length and the same area of cross section. Same length L and area of cross section also same, let it be A. But only we change the material. In that case also we can see a difference or change in the ammeter reading. That means current changes. Current changes means resistance also will change. Used. Finished? Up to this? A change in ammeter reading is observed. What? It's not finished. Okay. A change in ammeter reading is observed when a wire of different material of the same length and the same area of cross section is used. After writing this, you can write one more word. So, resistance also depends resistance also depends what? The nature of the material. The nature of the material. nature of the material. Finished?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we learned that. So now we need to make a relationship or an equation for the resistance from this case 1, case 2. Okay. From the case 1 and case 2, we can say that R is directly proportional to L by A. Write down this. From the case 1 and case 2, we can say that R is directly proportional to L by A. R is directly proportional to L by A. So we need to change this proportionality symbol with the equal symbol. So R is equal to a constant into L by A, right? If you want to change the proportionality symbol, we need to insert a constant. Okay. Here the constant is using the symbol like small p. It's not small p. This is a symbol, call it as rho. Its name is rho. So R is equal to rho into L by A, where rho is called the resistivity of the conductor. Where rho is called the resistivity of the conductor.
Sir, അത് എഴുതണോ?
Yes, you have to write down. The rho is called as the resistivity of the conductor. From here you have to write down. It's a continuation of that case 1 and case 2. Okay? From case 1 and case 2, we can say that, write down this and then this proportionality relation, then change that proportionality relation to equal symbol using a constant. This constant rho is called the resistivity of the conductor, full stop. The resistivity of a conductor rho depends on the material of the conductor. Rho depends on the material of the conductor, but not depends on its dimensions. Resistance we studied that depends on the material and also the dimension. Resistance R. But this constant resistivity depends only on the nature of the material, but it does not depend on length and area of cross section of the conductor. But from this equation, we can see that it should depend, okay, but it will not depend. Resistivity will not depend on the dimension. Let's see. So if you know how this resistivity is defined, or what is the resistivity, then we will get the answer for this, why it is not depending on the dimension. That we'll see in the next explanation. Okay. So now we got the equation for resistance R. Okay. So what are the things we learn now? What is meant by resistance? How the resistance varies with the dimension of a conductor. For that, first we need to study, or we need to recollect how the current varies according to area of cross section and length. Then we need to come to resistance. Okay, since current and resistance are inversely proportional to it, very easy to find. Then from that case 1 and case 2, we can derive an equation for resistance R. R is equal to a constant rho L by A, rho into L by A. That constant rho is called a resistance. Clear to all of you? Any doubts?
No, sir.
It's very important topic. Okay. Next, we need to find out what is meant by this rho. What is meant by rho, or what is meant by resistivity. Okay. Write down. Definition of resistivity, rho. Definition of resistivity, rho. First you write down this definition and let me know Are you able to understand this definition? The resistivity in bracket rho is defined as the resistance offered by the material per unit length for unit area of cross section. Per unit length for per unit area of cross section. Full stop. So we can write rho is equal to R divided by L by A. It depends on the length and area of cross section. Per unit length for unit area of cross section. So L by A need to comes in denominator. Rho is equal to R divided by L by A. First we need to, so we can write, so if you know the resistance equation, from here we can simply write the rho is equal to R into A. A will come here, so RA by L. So first we need to find out the resistance. So here you can write which is equal to R into A divided by L. So whenever they are asking the equation for resistivity, first you recollect what is the equation for resistance. To find out the equation of resistance, we need to recollect case 1 and case 2. Then come to resistance. So if you got the resistance, from that relation you have to come to resistivity rho. Rho is equal to RA by L. Otherwise you will forget. You will get confused. Resistance equation and resistivity equation will interchange. So you have to remember in the same order. Okay? Finished?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. One more point you add in that definition. The SI unit of resistivity is ohm meter. That is not part of definition. That is not part of definition. Next point. If they ask resistivity, we need to write up to this equation. Below that, you can note down the SI unit of resistivity is ohm meter. The SI unit of resistivity is ohm meter. The SI unit of resistivity is ohm meter. Can anybody tell how this unit derived from this equation? Can anybody? We already derived the equation, the unit for electric current from the equation. We already derived the unit for volt or potential difference from the equation. We already derived 1 ohm from the equation. Similarly, can you derive the how can you anybody tell how this SI unit ohm meter? Always unit will come from the equation only. Always unit we need to find out from the equation only. So tell me how this ohm meter comes from this equation. What you need to do? You need to just substitute the units of different parameter in the equation. What are the different parameters? Rho is equal to RA by L. What is the unit of resistance, Joshua?
Sir, ohm.
Ohm. What is the unit of area of cross section, Abhijit? What is the unit of area of cross section, Abhijit? What is the unit of area of cross section? Are you there or not?
Sir,
What is the unit of area of cross section? What is area of cross section? Length into breadth, always. But we wire since it is a wire, pi r square. Pi there is no unit. R is length. So area of cross section always is meter square. Right? Length into breadth is area. So length and breadth having a unit of meter. So meter into meter, meter square. So area of cross section unit is meter square. What is the unit of length? Adish, what is the unit of length? Adish,
Yes, sir.
what is the unit of length? What is the what is the unit of length? How you will measure length? Oh,
1 square meter.
meter. Okay.
Yes, sir.
SI unit of length is meter. So now you reduce this or solve this meter square and this meter. Here 2 meter. This meter square and this meter will cancel. So what we will get? We will get ohm meter. So this is the method to derive any unit. You need to substitute the units of each components of the equation. Then solve that equations. You will get the equation, means you will get the unit of for that particular quantity. Here the unit of resistivity is ohm meter. So how this ohm meter comes is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if we not remembering, if they are asking some unit of some quantity in exams, if you are not able to remember that, try to write down the equation and find out the unit. Okay, it will be very useful for you. Okay. So what is mean by resistivity and what is mean by, or what is SI unit? Now it's clear. But can you visualize this resistivity? Resistance we can able to visualize. It's opposing something, right? Resistance is something it's opposing. That you can visualize. Charge flowing, that resistance, because of resistance, charge flow reduces. So it is opposing. That you can imagine. But can you able to imagine this resistivity? Can you? Are you able to imagine the term resistivity?
No, sir.
No. Then you will forget, right? So let's see how we can visualize resistivity. Let's see. Okay. I am taking a conductor. Listen very carefully. I am taking a conductor of length L is equal to 10 centimeter or 10 meter. 10 meter. Area of cross section is equal to 10 meter square. What is length? Length 10 meter and area of cross section 10 meter square. So I am going to cut this conductor. I am going to cut this conductor, but into 10 equal pieces. I am going to cut this conductor into 10 equal pieces. What is meant by equal pieces? So each piece should have the same length and same area of cross section. So suppose this is one piece. So what will be the length of this piece, Joshua?
Sir, 1 meter.
1 meter, right? What will be the area of cross section of this 1 meter square? 1 meter square. Okay. So this is a unit piece. After cutting to 10 equal pieces, I am taking one pieces. That one piece having a dimension of 1 meter length and 1 meter square area. So this total conductor will have a resistance R. That depends on the length, area of cross section, everything. I am taking out a small piece of length 1 meter and 1 meter square. This small piece also will have a resistance, right? that resistance is rho. Rho is nothing but it is the resistance itself. But what resistance? The resistance offered by unit length and unit area of cross section. So resistivity is nothing but the resistance of this unit piece. Unit piece means unit length and unit area of cross section. Now can you imagine, can you visualize what is meant by resistivity? Anjana?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you tell me, can you find out the answer for this why resistivity is not depends on dimensions? Why resistivity is not depends on dimensions? I told when I written this equation for resistance R, rho L by A, rho is resistivity. I told resistivity is not depends on the dimension. Dimension means length and breadth. Why? That is constant, right, for resistivity. That is constant. Length is 1 meter and area of cross section is 1 meter square. That is not going to change. That is constant. So that's why it's not depends on the dimension. Clear?
Nice, sir.
Clear to all of you? Atish?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Abhijit? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Joshua, can you imagine, can you visualize resistivity now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's it today. So we can stop today. Okay. So what are the things we learned today? Just try to summarize. Okay. Okay. So already like we learned what is meant by current in the initial classes. Then we learned what is potential difference. Then we come to what Ohm's law. Ohm's law says that voltage is directly proportional to current. V is equal to I into R. From Ohm's law, we come to a new term, resistance. What is resistance? We studied how the resistance and current is related. What will happen when resistance increases, current will decrease. What will happen when resistance decreases, current increases? That we studied. Okay. Then we studied, today what we studied, how the resistance is depends on the length and area of how the resistance depends on the area of cross section and length. First we need to study area of cross section, then only we need to study length. That is the method that we are following. For that, we studied how the current varies according to the area of cross section and length of the conductor. So from that we derive the equation for resistance R is equal to rho L by A. Rho L by A. So rho is resistivity. So then we define resistivity rho. Resistivity rho is defined as the resistance. It's the resistance itself, but the resistance offered by the material of unit length and unit area of cross section. So equation for resistivity rho is R A by L. Okay. So below that you write down one more point, then we can close. The resistivity rho of a conductor is less than resistivity of alloys is less than resistivity of insulator. So insulator will not pass electrons. So this will have high amount of resistance. That's why high amount of resistivity also. Conductor will pass electrons. So this have less amount of resistance. So less amount of resistivity. Alloys in between conductor and insulator. Okay. Finished? Any doubts? Finished? All of you? Please tell
Yes,
me.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Finished? Okay. So, we will stop today. Okay. So, we will continue in the next week. Okay. Study the topic and try to memorize today itself. Okay. So, we will stop today. Thank you.
Okay, sir.